Trying to understand English grammar is like trying to solve a mystery. English grammar is irregular, contradictory, and confusing. Fortunately, though, you don't have to walk these dark streets of grammatical confusion by yourself. I'm English teacher Paul Duke, and on this show I'll be your grammar detective. Each week, we'll investigate communication crimes and suspicious sentences, context clues and example evidence. Together, we'll solve these English mysteries once and for all. Welcome to Hard-Boiled English Live. Good evening, Grammar Gumshoes, and welcome to the show. This is Hard-Boiled English Live, and we are in Season 5. This is March 1st, 2024, the first show of the 5th season. Hard to believe, been streaming that long. I'm your humble host, English teacher and grammar detective Paul Duke, and I'm thrilled to be back with you again. Had a bit of a time off there for a while, did some traveling, did some resting, and now I'm thrilled to be with you again for another season of the show. On this show, we investigate and hopefully solve your English mysteries. So I want to know from you what you want to learn about grammar. And today we're going to delve into a topic that's a little bit overdue. So tonight we're going to talk about an English mystery that someone gave me before, and I didn't have time to address it on the last show. I also want to mention a few things. I also want to say hello to everyone, which I'll get to in a few moments. If you haven't already learned, I recently changed to a new YouTube channel. So get out your phones, and if you haven't, subscribe to the YouTube channel using the QR code. That'll take you right to the YouTube channel. Or you can go to at the Grammar Detective 2, at Grammar Detective 2, and you'll find the same thing. The old YouTube channel had some problems with Google. So the new YouTube channel is problem-free, I hope, if everything works out. So please, I have to rebuild the channel all over again. So if you have already subscribed to the old channel, I'm sorry. I'm going to ask you to subscribe to the new channel. And this is where I'll be showing all the live streams. So please subscribe to the new channel. And this is where you'll find everything, including recordings of live streams that you may have missed. I'm currently uploading one every day so that there is a lot of material available for you. I'll say hello to everyone in a minute, but there's a few things also I want to mention. I'm going to start each show talking about things I've seen and noticed out there in the English world. It could be vocabulary, it could be social media, it could be related to grammar, it could be related to the way we're learning. And today I want to talk about two things. One is a vocabulary issue I see that people are having trouble with. And the other is a social media issue that I know many learners have commented to me about. Now, out there in the social media space, there are a lot of English teachers on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, if anyone still uses Facebook, I don't know. But there are a lot of English teachers out there. Some of them are excellent, and some of them are not. And I believe you learners deserve good information. When you watch or follow social media English teachers, I believe you deserve good information. Certainly in my content, I work hard to deliver good information for you. Accurate, solid, foundational English information. Not everyone does. There's something I've noticed in the world of social media English teachers that I want to mention today. I often hear some of these social media English teachers, or let's call them English influencers, saying things like, in English, we don't say this, we say this. Or, don't say this, we never say this. My question is, who is we? Who are they talking about? Are they talking about every native English speaker in the world? Does that include everyone in England, Scotland, Ireland, Canada, the USA, Australia, Zambia? Who are they talking about? Is it really possible that those millions of native English speakers across the world, across huge countries, all say the exact same things in the same way? Is it possible that they all pronounce words the same way? Who is we? Okay? This is ridiculous, and it's not accurate. Inside one country, for example, the USA, English usage differs from region to region, city to city. Canada's the same way. Big countries, lots of different uses of English language, lots of different pronunciations, lots of different accents. So who's this we these teachers are talking about? There's no single standard way to pronounce words or use words in English. English is a global language, and it varies. And also, across regions, yes, but also native English speakers differ in age. Teenagers speak differently than senior citizens. Young adults speak differently than middle-aged adults. For example, I heard one social media teacher claim that in English, we never say text me, we always say hit me up. Do we? Now, although it's true that some native speakers, especially young native speakers, might say hit me up, it is definitely not true that all native speakers say hit me up. I don't. I say text me. Okay, so who is this we? It doesn't include me. So when an English influencer says, we say this, we don't say this, who do they mean? Who is we that they're talking about? I've actually seen some examples where they say, we always say this, and it's something I've never heard a native speaker say. Never. And I've been around for a long time. So when they say we, they certainly don't mean me. What these English influencers really mean is that they say that thing. They alone, one person, and they put it on their shoulders to speak for everyone. That's not reasonable. They don't have the ability to do that. They shouldn't be speaking for all native English speakers, okay? To do so is misleading for you guys. It hurts your ability to learn, right? So I'm against what they do there. I think it's wrong, I think it's misleading, and I think you guys should be careful when you see that kind of social media talk. We always say this, or we never say this. Maybe some of us do say that, okay? The important thing is, people speak a certain way because of the place they learned to speak in, okay? That person who says we, that English influencer who says we say it this way, maybe they say it that way in their neighborhood, in their city, in their part of the country. But maybe other people around them don't say that, right? Or maybe when they say we say this, they mean their age group, okay? But their age group does not represent everyone. This is a real problem. The important question for you guys is, which native English speakers do you want to sound like? Do you want to sound like a British speaker, a Canadian speaker? Do you want to sound like an American? Which American? From Atlanta on the East Coast or Seattle on the West Coast? What age? A teenager or an adult? Do you want to sound like Barack Obama or do you want to sound like Kanye West? These are the questions you should ask and decide which English you want to learn, which pronunciation, which accent, okay? So be careful with these English influencers. In the end, it doesn't matter what we say. It matters what you say. So keep studying. Okay, let's talk quickly about a vocabulary issue. Now, I've noticed a lot of people on social media and in my studies, in my teaching, in my classrooms, in my private lessons, when I see student writing, I see a lot of confusion and a lot of misuse of the word shift. A lot of people in the world are using the word shift, but they're using it incorrectly. They'll describe something like, I grew up in Mozambique, and then I shifted to the USA. Or, I grew up in India, and I shifted to the UK for studying. That's pretty weird. The correct verb is move. When you move your body or your life from one country to another, that's a lot of travel. That's a far distance. The verb is move, not shift. This is shifting. All right? When you shift something, you move it slightly in the same area, but slightly different position. That's shifting. I'm still in front of the camera. I'm still in the Hard-Boiled English studio, but I'm shifting my position. You can also shift in a chair, staying in the same chair, but moving your hips or your butt. That's shifting. Shifting is not moving from one country to another. That's far too much movement. The verb to use for traveling from another country to another, especially permanently, that verb is move. So stop saying shift. That verb doesn't mean that, right? It's got nothing to do with regional accent or pronunciation. The meaning of the word, if you look in the dictionary, is very different. Move and shift. Shift and move. Very different verbs. To move something is to move it from one place to another place. To shift is to move the position in the same place. Big difference. Okay, that's what I want to say to start the show, but let's continue, and I want to say hello to everyone, so let me bring up the screen, and I want to say hello to YS Tan is here from Malaysia. Suan has joined us. Thank you for joining us. We have Marta D is with us. We have Mr. Jonas Taleb from Morocco, I think. Yes, Jonas from Morocco. Thank you for joining us. We also have with us Tesfalam, I think. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name correctly. We also have Chris from Brazil. Welcome, Chris. Thank you for joining us again. Hopefully you're doing well. We also have Shakila Mumtaz from Pakistan. Welcome. I'm not familiar with you. You must be new to the show. Thank you for joining us. We have Sitara. Interesting. And where are you from? Yeah, let me just get a caption up here. Yeah. Tell me what country you're from, guys. We also have with us Chinu Rao. And I can't remember what country you're from, but perhaps you can share that with me. Ana Maria is with us from Colombia, one of my favorite places. I've spent some time in Colombia and loved it. Who do we have? We have Jonas again. Ana Maria is a grammar gumshoe. Yes, she is. You're all grammar gumshoes. Do you remember what gumshoe means? Does everyone know what a gumshoe is? Do I have a graphic? No. I thought I had a graphic. Yeah, here we go. A gumshoe is a detective. It's a slang expression for detective. Basically, if you think of a detective walking the city streets a lot, investigating, a lot of gum on the streets, especially in dirty alleys. There's gum on the streets. So because they walk around a lot in the city, they get gum on their shoes. It's an old expression, may not necessarily apply anymore. Who else is with us? Nice to see you. Yes, Ana Maria's here. We also have with us Ahmed Adel. Great. Nice to have you with us. Guys, give me one moment. I'm just going to shut down my monitor here on the side. We don't want it to drain our internet. Ahmed says he is from Egypt. Welcome. Chinurao is from Oman, and it's 4 a.m. Thank you for staying up, or did you wake up to watch us? Either way, thank you. I do realize it's not always the most convenient time, but I've experimented with all the different times, and it's not perfect for everyone. No time is perfect for everyone. People who watch this show are all over the world, so there's no perfect time. In the end, I decide on this time because it's convenient for me. It's the end of my day, it's the end of my week. During the day, I have to work with my private students, so I don't have time to stream this during the day. So in order to consistently bring this show to you, I need to do it at this time. UAE, great. Thank you. By the way, guys, if you are feeling generous and you want to support the show, because the show does cost money to produce, you can donate $1 at the Buy Me a Coffee app. Just scan the code right here, scan it with your phones, pay $1, and the dollar goes to supporting the show. The show does have costs, so any help is appreciated. And again, don't forget to subscribe to my new channel. That also helps. And we'll get started with our English mystery in a moment. Anyone else joining? Yes. Sitara is from Pakistan. Great. And a member of the WhatsApp group. Great. Thank you for joining. It's interesting, in the past, at the old YouTube channel, we had some different viewers. But since I've been hosting the Grammar Gumshoes WhatsApp group, I've met a lot of new learners out there, Gumshoes, and I'm really happy that you guys have been able to join the show. And again, if the time is inconvenient for you and you can't watch live, don't worry. If you go to the YouTube channel, you can watch the recording tomorrow or whenever you wake up. I'll be posting it basically an hour after the live. Okay? Okay, guys, I'm going to clear the overlay here. Now, tonight, I want to talk about a topic that has come up several times, and I know it causes a lot of confusion for language learners. So hopefully tonight we can clear this up for you. So this is tonight's English mystery. And what it is, let me just see if I can find the right question. Here we go. It actually, the answer to this question is going to answer a lot of questions, I hope. So this is a really good question. Someone asked me a couple of months ago, actually, what is the difference between direct speech and reported speech? Direct speech and reported speech. Okay, so tonight I want to explore this mystery. Okay, to do that, I guess I should get my raincoat off. And let's see what we can do here. Okay, now, in order to explain what direct speech is and reported speech is, we have to think about time. And we have to think about speech. What is speech? Well, speech is something somebody says, right? I'm sure you know that. It's obvious. And reported speech is when you report what someone has said. Seems obvious, right? But how do we do that? How do we report what someone else has said? In order to explain this to you this evening, I need help. So I'm going to go to the board and get a couple of helpers. Let's see what we have here. Maybe you guys can tell me who they are. Do you know who that is? Type it in the chat box if you know who this celebrity is. And then, over here, I need another helper. So I'm going to ask this celebrity to help. Do you know who that is? I think I have to bring her down a little bit. So see if you can name who that is and who that is. These are American celebrities. Who are these ladies? They're going to help us with grammar. They're going to be our junior investigators. Okay, Jonas is already offering some grammar explanations here. Before that, Jonas, let's find out who these ladies are. Do you know? I know you know your grammar, but do you know your celebrities? Does anybody know who these are? Any fans? No? Okay. The first celebrity introduced over here is named Zendaya. Now, personally, I don't know much about her except that she's a film actress and she uses one name only. This young lady is Selena Gomez, and I believe she is a singer as well as a film actress. Okay? Now, when we talk about reported speech and direct speech, we also have to think about time. Okay? Before we get to that, what we're going to do is get help from someone else. Who do we have here? Oh, we have another celebrity. Do you know who that is? Does anyone know who that celebrity is? Another American celebrity. Yes, you are. You are a gumshoe. Welcome. Okay, this is Taylor Swift. The names will be important in a few minutes. You'll understand what I mean. That's Taylor Swift. She's an American singer and performer. Okay. Let's imagine that Selena and Taylor meet each other on Monday. Oops, let me bring that down. On Monday, they meet at a cafe. Okay, they're in Hollywood. They want to have coffee. They go for coffee at a nearby cafe. Okay? And Taylor says, "Hey, Selena, how you doing?" "Oh, hi, Taylor. I'm doing well. How are you?" "Oh, I'm doing great." And then Selena says this. Let's find it. Selena says, "I love Justin." Who's Justin, you might ask? Well, I guess it's this guy, Justin Bieber. Okay? Let's call him JB, Justin Bieber. So Selena tells Taylor, "I love Justin." Okay? Those are the words that Selena said to Taylor. Those are exact words. "I love Justin." That's Monday. But let's say on Friday, Taylor has coffee with Zendaya on Friday. Zendaya says, "Hi Taylor, how you doing?" And Taylor says, "Hi Zendaya, I'm doing fine. How are you?" "Oh, I'm doing good." "What's new?" Well, then Taylor says something she heard from Selena on Monday. Taylor says, "Oh, I'm doing great. On Monday, I met Selena for coffee." Zendaya says, "How is Selena?" And Taylor gives a report. Taylor reports to Zendaya what she heard on Monday. Very important. She heard this on Monday, and she reports it to Zendaya on Friday. So first of all, before the grammar, that's why you need reported speech. To report to someone else. To report to a friend what another friend said, what Selena said. That's why we need it. That's why we need a special grammar so she can report to Zendaya what Selena said. Zendaya says on Friday, "Hey Taylor, what did Selena say on Monday? Give me a report." There are two ways to do it. Here's one. Taylor can say, "Selena said," and said is a verb, right? Said is our verb. Selena is our subject. And you'll notice it's past tense. Why is it past tense? Well, because Selena is not speaking on Friday. Selena said in the past, right? Selena said something on Monday, not Friday. So this verb needs to be in past tense. This verb can be other verbs. It could be Selena explained, Selena mentioned, Selena claimed. You could even say Selena reported. Okay? Now remember, there are two ways that Taylor can report to Zendaya. Here is direct speech. Direct speech uses the exact words of the past expression, what Selena said. What did she say? She said, "I love Justin." She loved Justin, not loved, because on Monday it was the present. Direct speech uses those exact words. Selena said, "I love Justin." And because it's direct speech, if you write this, you need quotation marks, right? That's what you might see in a novel, for example, because a novel is full of dialogue, which is basically reported speech, direct speech. Selena said, past tense, what did she say? What words exactly did she say? She said, "I love Justin." I love Justin. It was in the present on Monday, but on Friday, those words still need to be in the present because they are quotes. These are her exact words. So Taylor is not going to change Selena's exact words. Selena said, "I love Justin." Now, when you write that, you can see the quotation marks, right? You can see them on my board. But when you speak it, you can't see them. So what do? There are two things. In order to use direct speech like this, in speaking, talking, you could do this gesture. Selena said, "I love Justin." You can visually gesture the quotation marks. Selena said, past tense, because it was Monday. You could even say, on Monday, Selena said, "I love Justin." Now, when she says, "I love Justin," it doesn't mean Taylor loves Justin. It means Selena said that about herself, right? So "I" does not mean Taylor. But it could be confusing for Zendaya. So direct speech is not ideal in reports because Zendaya cannot see the quotation marks. Yes, Taylor can say, Selena said, I love Justin. But there's another way to report, and that is with reported indirect speech. This is better for writing because you can see the quotation marks that make it clear that these words, I love Justin, are Selena's direct quote. Okay? So let's quickly erase that and talk about indirect reporting. And indirect reporting can be a little confusing, and you'll see why in a moment. Okay, so direct reporting, direct speech, is a quotation, the person's exact words. Doesn't matter what they said or what the tense is. What matters is what the words they actually said. Okay. One second, guys. I see someone's joining our live stream here. Promoting something. Well, thank you, but no thank you. Okay, let's go back to our story here. On Monday, Selena and Taylor have coffee at a cafe. And Taylor says, Selena, how are you? What's new? Oh, I love Justin. Taylor goes, wow, that's cool. Great. I'm sure he loves you too. On Friday, Taylor Swift meets her other friend, Zendaya, at another cafe and says, Zendaya, how are you? Oh, I'm fine. How are you, Taylor? Oh, I'm good. I saw Selena last week on Monday. Oh, how is she? What's new with her? Now Taylor is going to report what she heard from from Selena about Justin. She's going to report that. Now again, she could say, oh, Selena said, I love Justin. But that's better for writing because you can see the exact quote. More common in speaking is reported indirect speech. Okay? Here's how you do it. Selena said, okay? We still need our subject, we still need our verb, and the verb is past tense because she said this on Monday, not today. And then we use a noun clause. Now, what's a noun clause? Well, it's a clause acting as a noun. And if it's a noun, it can be either the subject or the object of a sentence. Okay? So, what's a clause? A clause is made up of a subject and a verb, right? And we're going to use a clause because it has a subject and a verb. And we're going to use it as a noun. And because it's a noun, it could be the subject, Selena's a noun, or it could be the object. It could be the thing Selena said. We're going to do that. We're going to use the noun clause as the object, the thing she said. And here's how you do it. She said, we need a subject and a verb, subject and a verb. What did she say? She said, Selena said, and we're going to connect it with a relative pronoun. She said that. Okay? Now, we're no longer talking about her direct quote. Now we're reporting it indirectly, which means one verb tense different. She said that she loved, I don't have any room, so I'm just going to say JB. She loved JB. She loved Justin. Selena said in the past that she loved JB. We have a subject and a verb. That's a clause. And the whole thing is a noun clause. So the whole thing is our object, subject, verb, object. That whole clause is the thing she said. She said what? She said that. But look closely. Loved is past tense. Why? Well, we have to think on two levels. We have to think about the meaning, and we have to think about the grammar. We know this is past tense because today is Friday, and Selena did not say this on Friday. She said all of that on Monday, right? So her saying is past tense. Why is that past tense? Well, here's why. Remember, Taylor is reporting it to Zendaya. Selena's not here. Taylor can only report what she knew to be true on Monday. On Monday, she loved Justin. What about Friday? We don't know. It is possible that on Friday, Selena does not love Justin. That's possible. Does Taylor know? No. Does Zendaya know? No. It's not clear on Friday. So she can't honestly say to Zendaya that Selena loves Justin. Grammatically, it's not possible because this was said in the past. And these are not her exact words. These are reported. So it's accounting for the time. Can you see that? That's reported speech. That's indirect speech. It's not exactly what Selena said. It's something different. This is what Taylor is reporting. So you take a noun clause and you put it in the past so that this is in the past and that's in the past. Now, most likely, Selena still loves Justin. It's possible on Friday. It's likely. But, you know, celebrities date each other and change and get divorced and married and anything is possible. It is possible on Friday that Selena does not love Justin. It's possible, right? It's very possible. Taylor doesn't know. The only thing Taylor knows to be true is what was true on Monday. And that's what she's reporting. So she's honest. She's reporting honestly on Friday what she knows to be true, which is that Selena said that she loved JB. Now, in everyday speech, if it's only a few days difference, you can probably say this. Right? It's probably true still. It's probably true on Friday after Monday that Selena still loves JB. It's probably true. But we don't know 100%. So if you really want to be accurate, Taylor should say, well, I don't know about today, Zendaya, but I do know that on Monday she said that she loved JB, Justin Bieber. That's true, right? We don't know about today. The other reason we need this grammar is, what happens if this wasn't said on Monday? What if it was last year? Right? What if you're reporting what Selena said last year? Or 2 years ago? Hey, Taylor, what's new? What did you do 2 years ago? Oh, 2 years ago, I met Selena. And she said that she loved Justin Bieber. It's probably not true anymore. She probably has a different boyfriend. So we need this grammar because reported speech isn't always just reporting a couple of days ago. Sometimes it's reporting 2 years ago. Sometimes it's reporting 100 years ago, right? What did the Emperor of China say in the 14th century? Well, we need grammar to express that. In the 14th century, the Chinese emperor said that, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's take this another step further. What do we need here? We need, okay, Taylor's coming back. Let's say that on Monday, Taylor and Selena met at the cafe, and Taylor said, "Hey, Selena, what's new? How are you?" Selena says, "Oh, I'm good. Fine. How are you, Taylor?" "Oh, I'm good too." "Hey, are you in love with someone?" And Selena says, "Well, today, Monday, I don't love anybody. I used to love Justin Bieber. I loved Justin Bieber." What do we do then? What if Selena tells Taylor on Monday, let's get rid of that. On Monday, she says, "I loved Justin." Right? I loved Justin. On Sunday, or Sunday or Saturday, she loved Justin. But on Monday, no more Justin. Right? "Sorry, Justin, you're finished." Okay? Selena doesn't love Justin now. He's done. Right? Finished. He's past tense. How does Taylor report on Friday? Right? We said we use past tense here because on Monday it was present tense. Do you see the pattern? From present tense, we move to simple past. But now we're starting with simple past. What do we report? Well, we have to go one more past. Selena said, because that's Monday. So that's past tense, simple past. On Monday, Selena said. That's the same. She said that. She. What is one more step in the past from simple past? Past perfect. I always say that in grammar, perfect doesn't mean beautiful. Perfect means past. Right? So if you have past perfect, it really means past past. Past past, two pasts. So this is simple past. Let's go into the past one more step. Past perfect. Selena said that she had loved JB. Right? Had, past, loved, past. Two pasts. She had loved JB, but no longer. No more Justin. Remember? Simple past. But when you report it, you have to go back even one more step. Because the noun clause, the thing she said that you are reporting, is not on Monday. She loved Justin before Monday. Right? Think about that. On Friday, what's past tense? Monday. But on Monday, Selena said, "I loved Justin." That's before Monday. So in order to report that, Taylor needs two pasts. On Monday, Selena said that she had loved Justin. One more step in the past. Two pasts. So that's how Taylor reports to Zendaya what Selena said. And the beautiful thing is, she can speak this, and Zendaya can follow the tense, follow the grammar, because there's no quotation marks to see, right? So in speech, reported speech is more useful than direct speech with quotation marks, because we don't need to see the quotation marks. We can't see them when we speak, right? Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. If it doesn't, please ask me some questions. Now, Selena says, "I loved Justin. But now I love," where is it? This guy. Maybe now she loves Leo. Right? So, because Selena dates so many guys, it's hard to keep up with his grammar. I love Leo now. Selena said that she had loved JB, but now she loves Leo. So on Friday, the present tense is I love Leo. But that's what Selena says, not what Taylor is reporting, right? So reported speech is a way for one person to report what somebody else says in the past, right? Taylor heard Selena say, I love Justin. She heard that directly. They were together. So these are her direct words to Taylor. But when Taylor tries to report them to her other friend, we need special grammar for that. And we need special grammar because the past could be, we can report speech from a long time ago, right? That's reported speech. Oh, I want to say hello to Facebook user. I don't know who you are, but welcome. By the way, guys, if you watch this in a Facebook group, we don't get to see your name. That's why it's always better to watch on YouTube, because so Jonas is saying, can we say now referring to the past? No, because now means the present, right? So if Taylor is reporting what Selena said, we could say Selena said that she now loves JB, if we're going to use that simple present, if it's not far in the past. I guess it's possible to say now, if you really believe it's true on Friday. But the fact is, you don't know the truth on Friday because Selena's not here. The two girls are Zendaya and Taylor. Selena's not there, so Taylor doesn't know what is true on Friday. She's reporting what was true on Monday, right? So we have to be careful of using now. Now, I said now because I'm trying to communicate to you what's happening on Friday, right? I'm not saying that you should report it. Yes, I said she now loves Leo if she joins the party on Friday, right? If Selena meets the girls at the cafe on Friday, she can say, I now love Leo, right? But that has to happen. On Friday, Taylor doesn't know what's true. That's the fact. When it's only Monday to Friday, it's not a long time, not much changes, right? So this is very useful in storytelling. If you tell a story about the past and what people said to you in the past, you can use reported speech. Now, Monday is not the distant past, but your childhood is. What did your friend or your parents tell you when you were a child? What did your teachers tell you when you were a child? We need grammar for that, and that's what reported speech allows us to do. It allows us to report what people said to us in the past in a way that's true today, right? We don't know if Justin or if Selena still loves Justin on Friday. We don't know. All we can do is report what was said on Monday, what was true on Monday. Things change, right? They certainly change after if there's a long distance between the times. Not much changes Monday to Friday, but if we're talking about Friday 2024 and Monday 2022, a lot has changed, okay? Oh, my good friend Tirath, an English teacher in Nepal, joining us. Hi Tirath, hope you're doing well. Hope your students are learning and studying diligently from you. We also have Jack Int 6. I'm not sure who you are or where you're from, but welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us. So yeah, quotation marks. That's for direct speech, right? On Monday, Selena said, I love Justin. Now that's what Taylor says, I love Justin. But she doesn't love Justin, Selena does. So you need the quotation marks. And you can't see those in speech, right? So direct quotation is better for writing because you can see it. In speaking, we need something different, and that's what we use here, reported speech. Okay, great. Thank you for joining. I wish I knew your name and where you're from so I could say hello more politely, but welcome. Thank you for watching. So guys, that's reported speech. I think that's really all there is to it. The trick is this verb, right? Which tense do you use? It depends on which tense was said here, right? If it's simple present, you change that to simple past. If it was past tense, you change to past perfect, okay? Ah, Fatima, yes. Okay, great. Thank you for joining us from Morocco. I always love to see all the various places people are watching the show from. It's fantastic. The fact that we can come together from around the world and we can come together online like this and talk about grammar, for me, that's fantastic. You know, I also believe strongly that grammar is important. I talked earlier about various things English teachers say on social media. Some of them say grammar is not important. All you need to do is practice speaking and you'll be fine. And some of them say things like, oh, English native speakers never study grammar. Not true. They may not remember it because we study grammar when we're children, but we study grammar, for sure we do. We have grammar textbooks in grade 1, grade 2. We reviewed this in one of the last episodes. So when a native speaker tells you you don't need to study grammar, I think they're not being honest, to be frank with you. I believe they're not being honest. Yeah, we had a conversation club a while back, Conversation Cafe. Well, if this is Tirith, you will remember that. I do have a new platform on Podia, and my plan is to offer conversation class and club and cafe, whatever you want to call it, to private members. So if you want to join the private members club, scan the QR code into your phone, open it up, and sign into the members club on Podia. That's my website. All my information is there. All my media is there. My merchandise, right? We have Hardboiled English merchandise. We have t-shirts, different colors, women's sizes, men's sizes. What other products do we have there? We have cups, right? We have coffee mugs, coffee cups, whatever you want to call them. Cell phone covers, shirts in all different styles. We have this logo here on t-shirts. We have all kinds of products. Book covers, all kinds of fun stuff. Now, the members club, there are different membership levels, including paid memberships. If you want private classes with me, you can join the paid membership. But the basic membership is free. You just have to sign in, and you have access to a chat room, a forum, updates on all the information, and soon, a regular conversation cafe. So, Tirith, make sure you're a member. I think you are. I can't recall. But sign up for that, because everything will start happening there soon. I've gotten rid of my old website. Live stream, Zoom meetings will all be in that Podia platform. Okay, so guys, that's reported speech. Hopefully that was clear enough. It's a kind of grammar that people have trouble with, but I believe it's not that complex. And hopefully this helps you understand how you use it, right? Remember, what you're doing is you're reporting what someone told you on one day in the past, and you're reporting it to someone else today or at a future time, right? So we need grammar for that. We need a specific structure. So I'm going to say that the case is now closed. Case closed on reported speech. If you have other questions about reported speech, we can talk about that in the future. And we have a comment here. Suwan says, some even say grammar is overrated. Well, now look, grammar is essential for learning a language, any language, but English among others. if you don't believe grammar is important, I would say try learning a language with no grammar. Try using a language with no grammar. You'll talk nonsense, right? It won't make any sense. Grammar is the structure through which we express meaning. No grammar, no meaning. Bad grammar, bad meaning. Confused grammar, confused meaning, and your listener won't understand you. However, I think a lot of teachers get confused. They observe, and I don't disagree with them, I agree, the education system in some countries, in some places, puts too much emphasis on learning grammar. They teach students only grammar. That's a problem. You can't learn a language with only grammar. Grammar is a part of the language. It's the architecture or the structure of the language. But the language is also a skill built on reading, writing, listening, speaking, vocabulary, right? You need to learn all of it and put all the parts together. That's how you develop a language skill. So I don't think you can learn English only by grammar, and I've never said that, right? I don't do this live show because I think grammar is the number one most important thing. I do a grammar live show because I like grammar. It's fun for me. And I love to help students understand it better. That's why I do grammar-focused live stream, and that's why I have a grammar WhatsApp group, because I enjoy teaching grammar. Not because it's the most important thing. I don't say that it's the most important thing. In fact, I don't believe there is a most important thing. I don't believe speaking is more important than writing. I don't believe listening is more important than reading, or reading is more important than listening. I don't believe any of that. I believe it's all important equally. You need all those parts to put together to form a language skill. So you got to study all of them. In fact, if you're asking me what's the most important thing, is study and practice. That's how you learn a language. You study, you learn, and then you practice it. And you need to practice speaking and writing in order to really develop English skills. So some say grammar is overrated. I think grammar is over-focused on in some education systems. That's true. I think grammar is essential. You cannot develop a language without it. Now, there are many ways to learn it, right? There are many different ways to learn grammar, but you need to learn it somehow. Otherwise, the language you speak will be garbage. You don't want that. You want to be understood. You want to be able to communicate the idea you have in your brain. You want to communicate that to someone clearly and precisely. I mean, that's your goal, isn't it? So I know what you mean when some people say it's overrated. Some teachers say it's overrated. I know they say that, and I've even heard teachers say, we don't need grammar at all. I challenge any of those teachers to use a language without grammar. It's impossible. And the ones that say that are usually teachers who already have grammar. So it's easy for them to say that you don't need it. I've taught a lot of students for a lot of years, and I've never seen a student really develop their English skill without focusing some effort on the grammar. There are different ways to do that, but you have to do it. So that's my thoughts on grammar. And that's why I have this show, because I want to help you with grammar. And one of the best ways to learn grammar, I believe, is to use the language on your own during the week, and then suddenly something confuses you. Suddenly you have a question about something you heard, or something you said, or something someone told you, and it doesn't make sense with what you've already learned. So you have a question. And I call that an English mystery. And you want the answer to that question. That's what this show is for. To solve that mystery that you encountered. Okay, so I don't choose the topics for this show. You choose the topics for this show. Okay, so whenever you encounter some part of English that doesn't make sense to you, make a note, send me a question, and we'll answer it on the show. Okay, that's how this works. I answer your questions. I don't know which what parts of English mystify you until you tell me. And when you tell me, I will give you an answer. That's what I do. So the English mysteries we solve on this show are yours. And everyone's got different English mysteries because everyone encounters different problems or confusing communications. Everyone has different knowledge. Everyone has learned differently, right? And depending on what you've learned and how, some things might be clear and some things might not be clear. Yeah, well, vocabulary is essential. Without words, you're saying nothing. So the easy answer, Jonas, is yeah, vocabulary is essential. And when you learn vocabulary, you learn the meaning of the word. That's one thing. But you also learn the part of speech. And I always recommend when you learn one word, let's say the word, I don't know, happy, and you look it up in the dictionary, what does happy mean? And it gives you the definition, the meaning. Don't stop there. Learn the different parts of speech form of that word. Happiness, happier, the comparative form, right? Happily, the adverb form. Learn all the parts of speech so that you can use that same word in the different parts of the sentence, right? So yeah, vocabulary is essential. And by the way, English has one of the largest vocabularies of any language in the world, and it's constantly growing. So there are a lot of words to learn, okay? And the beautiful thing about vocabulary is sometimes you can take one word and replace a whole sentence, right? The one word could mean the same thing as the whole sentence. So you could replace the whole sentence with one word. And then your communication is more direct, more clear, more precise, because it only took one word to deliver the communication, right? So I think vocabulary is essential. It's part of learning a language. Ah, my friend Wilson from Ecuador is here. Great. Ah, I see, Wilson. I understand. No problem. Well, you study hard, and you can always watch the recordings afterward, right? So yeah, back to this question, Jonas. Yeah, vocabulary is necessary because words have different meanings and they have different functions in a sentence, right? They do different jobs, I like to say, right? A verb does something different than a subject or a noun. Function is part of grammar structure, and words and parts of speech have different functions and meanings, right? That's the other thing about language. Grammar interacts with meaning, right? We talk often about a triangle, and the triangle is made of form, which is grammar, meaning, and use, the way we use this in a communication. And these three things are always working together. Form, meaning, and use, always working together. We can't separate them. That's how a language works. All languages are it's kind of a dance, a balance between form, meaning, and use. Form, meaning, and use. It's always working together. Okay? Well, guys, I believe it's about time to go, so I will say good night. This is the first of season 5, so it's been wonderful to be with you again. Thank you very much for watching the show. I really appreciate meeting new viewers that have joined the show for the first time, and old friends like Wilson from Ecuador, Tirath from Nepal, Chris from Brazil, Jonas from Morocco, people that have watched the show for a long time. In fact, Wilson, Chris from Brazil, and Tirath have been watching since 2020 when I first started streaming this show. Where do we have those people? Yep, Maria Cristina from Brazil. She's one of my very first viewers in 2020. So I appreciate you guys coming back. And ultimately, just let me remind you about the new YouTube channel. Everything is going to the new YouTube channel. So that is always the best place to watch the show. The picture quality is better on YouTube than Facebook. And if you're on YouTube, I can see your name when you comment. So please subscribe to the new YouTube channel. And also, please share it with your friends. Right? When I post the recording or when I post the live link, just click share. Share it with your network. My goal with this show isn't to make money. My goal with this show is to help learners. And there are a lot of people out there who need help with their grammar. So please share. Help me make this show popular with learners who want to learn about grammar. Help me help them, right? I can't do this show by myself, right? I need your help. So please share this on your networks. Tell your friends about the show. But most importantly, subscribe to the YouTube channel, The Grammar Detective. All right? So I will say good night. For those of you just joining now, Anna from Indonesia. Yeah, understood. And I will see you next week, guys. Same time, same day from now, Fridays. At 4 p.m. Pacific time. I know that's a strange hour for many of you, but that's what we have to deal with. That's the challenge of working together in places around the world. Okay, so thank you very much for joining me this evening. It's been a pleasure and an honor to help you learn English and develop your grammar skills. So until I see you next week, guys, take care, keep studying English, and as always, stay cool. Thanks for watching tonight's show. If you have an English grammar question, an English mystery, contact me on social media and send me a video of you asking the question. I'll investigate it on a future show. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell button to get all the updates about videos and events. If you're feeling generous, you can also donate to the production costs of the show at Patreon or buy me a coffee. Finally, until the next time I see you on Hardboiled English Live, I want you to keep learning English. Stay healthy and stay cool.